passing, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. They had 3 receivers that have over 100 yards, so I don't really think it damaged it that much. I think it hurt Coach Belichick's because defense is his expertise, and I think it hurt him a little more for the simple fact he gave up 41. He gave up 41 points. They were 10 of 16 on third down, 2 for 2 on fourth down, and he only forced 1 punt. So I think Coach Belichick's legacy, as far as his expertise being defense, hurt a little more. But what it just goes to show you that football is the ultimate team game, because you can have one guy play great on the other side, but if the defense don't carry their weight, special teams don't carry their weight, this is what you have happen. We just saw Ben Roethlisberger 3 weeks ago throw for almost 500 yards and 5 touchdowns. But the defense couldn't stop Jacksonville, so they gave up 45 points. That's what happened. Brady scores 33, over 500 yards, over 600 total yards of offense. But the defense couldn't get off the field. I think it hurt Coach Belichick's legacy a little more. But Tom Brady had hurt his legacy in 14 when he scored 14 and scored 17 points in losses. So that just goes to show you a lot of things have to go right when you play, especially in this game. But Tom Brady was great. Coach Belichick's going to take a little ding. I still think, given what he's accomplished as a defensive coordinator, given what he's accomplished since he's been at New England, it's hard for me to say he's still not the greatest head coach in football. So that's where I am. But Tom Brady did score 14 points in a loss. Tom Brady did score 17 points in a loss. So if that didn't hurt his legacy, scoring 14 and 17 when they were leading the league in scoring, I don't really think him scoring 33 points with over 600 yards of total offense is going to do much. I think it dings Coach Belichick a little bit more than it does Tom Brady.
I think it damaged Coach Belichick's legacy. And as weird as this might seem, and as big an issue as you might have with this, I realize Tom Brady lost the football game. Obviously, he lost 41-33. And I realized that the ball was in his hands late in the game, and it got dislodged by a great rush by Brandon Graham. And that is somewhat Brady's fault for not protecting the football, as he tried to make a play and make another miracle. Mm-hmm. But I'm here to suggest I think Brady's legacy was actually enhanced last night, because at age 40, he broke the playoff record, not just the Super Bowl record, with 505 yards passing. He threw for 101 yards just in the fourth quarter. So in his last 3 Super Bowls, as he gets up toward 40 years of age.
No, he's up to his 41 years of age. He's already 40.
No, but I'm saying if you go back to Seattle, he's late in his career, when I think the NFL thought, oh, we can wreck this legacy with Deflategate because he's about finished anyway. Mm-hmm. So he goes against Seattle. He throws for 124 in the fourth quarter and 2 touchdowns. And then obviously last year against Atlanta, he throws for 246 in the fourth quarter and overtime and 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. And then last night, 100 yards against what I thought was a hellacious good Philly defense. I think they're really good. Mm-hmm. I think they can really rush the passer. And again, Dante Scarnecchia's unit did very well for most of the game, although he's going to be a sore older man this morning when he gets up, because he took some shots last night. But the point is, with 2:20 left in that game, mm-hmm. the NFL world sat back and fully expected Tom Brady to make another miracle, mm-hmm. right? Yeah. Didn't everybody sit back and say, ho-hum, he's going to do it again? Yeah. Well, think about how preposterous that is, because he's done it so many times. All 5 Super Bowls, he's had a game-winning drive in the fourth quarter, mm-hmm. that everybody says, ho-hum, it's routine, it's expected, he's going to do it again. Well, he's 40 years of age, and he is human, but that's like one last great tribute to him, is to say the world thought he was going to pull it off, and he didn't.
I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to figure out, and maybe you can help me. How does Brady's legacy get enhanced in a loss, although he had a historic game? When LeBron's legacy gets dinged, he averaged a triple-double.
I don't want to talk about LeBron James. He doesn't belong in this conversation.
But I'm saying, you make it exclusive for, yeah, I know, but you're a LeBron hater. So that's what this gets.
Truth teller.
Okay, I'm telling you the truth. Mm-hmm. Tom Brady cost him the game because he fumbled the ball. The ball was in his hand.
Didn't you tell me earlier in the show it was a great play by Brandon Graham?
Doesn't matter.
Didn't you brought up
Is Tom Brady great? Is Tom Brady greater than Brandon Graham? So you're telling me Tom Brady is not as great as Brandon Graham now? Is that what you're telling me?
I give you that. But I also showed you that last play where he avoided and evaded Brandon Graham.
Did he make the play?
Made the throw that Gronk didn't make.
Okay.
He needed a partner to finish it off.
What about all the great catches that Gronk did make?
Shannon Sharp to go up and snatch it.
No, Shannon wasn't almost 50. What about all the great plays that Gronk made for Tom Brady in that ball game?
He made some.
Okay,
they were pretty good throws, too.
Skip. Stop making
excuses. How about the 2 Gronk drops in the first half? He dropped 2 that hit him right in the hands.
What about the ones he skipped to him? What about the plays he skipped to Gronk? He overthrew Gronk.
Let's turn it over to his business partner, Bill Belichick, who really let him down last night. And the harder I look at Belichick's Super Bowl legacy, the less I see. I think his genius has been overestimated. Again, he does so much with so little, but you continue to give him 75% of the credit for the Patriots' dynastic success.
I do.
75% of the credit. So I'm looking at his Super Bowls, and in these games, these 8 Super Bowls, his defense is allowed an average of 25 points a game and almost 400 yards a game. Okay. I don't know if that's shut down brilliant, genius
Prior to last night, can you tell me what the fourth quarters, what his defense gave up in the fourth quarters?
I don't have that, but I can tell you what. The St. Louis Rams had 420. We had Mike Martz on Friday. The Rams in that first Super Bowl had 427 yards. It was classic bend, don't break, don't break.
How many points? Do yards win you game or points win you game?
17,
Again, your team had 613 yards. Tom Brady had 500 passing yards.
Then
how many points?
Next Super Bowl, Carolina has 29 points. That's a lot. That would win a lot of games. Brady was great late as usual. Long Super Bowl drive. A field goal drive to win that Super Bowl. They had 387 total yards. The Eagles had 369 and 21 points. Wow. Then Eli, in the second Eli game, again, the first one was a shutdown defensive game by the Giants. I'll give you that on both sides.
But then why Brady didn't score more than 14 points? They were averaging 36 going into the game, Skip.
He's human, but he's been all-time great.
That's not what you told me.
Is he the greatest quarterback ever?
No, it's not about him, how great he was. I'm talking about last night. What he did.
I'm going to finish on Belichick. It's my turn right now.
Yeah.
So, Belichick against in the second Eli game, they gave up almost 400 yards and 21 points. Well, that's not great. Seattle.
How many did Brady score?
Let me finish. Seattle offensively challenged Seattle, scored 24 points on almost 400 yards total. Mm-hmm. That's a lot, man.
How many points?
And then Atlanta last year scored 28 points on 344 total yards.
Okay.
That's pretty spectacular. So has Belichick invented or created the 85 Bears or the 2000 Ravens?
Nobody said that. Nobody said that. Okay.
I think everybody said that.
No.
I think in totality. You came in here after the 30 for 30 the other night on ESPN and you said you're in even more awe.
And nothing's changed.
I'm in less awe.
And I said what makes him so great is because he doesn't have the 85 Bears. He doesn't have the 2000 Ravens.
He just got Tom Brady.
But hold on, Skip. I'm trying to figure out. You said he gave up 400 yards to the St. Louis Rams in their first Super Bowl. Can you tell the people how many points?
17.
Oh, 17. Okay, when Brady lost, they scored 14. They were averaging 36.7 a game. So I'm trying to figure out why did Brady only get 14 points?
Giants were really good that day.
I'm not talking about them. Tom Brady is great, but you told me Tom Brady was great. He was a unanimous MVP, 50 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Yep. So you need to tell me why didn't he get it done then?
He got 14 points. 5 other times.
Coach Belichick, this is what we know. Coach Belichick held the Giants to 17 points. Tom Brady scored 22.
This is a weak argument.
It's not a weak argument.
He's won 5 Super Bowls with 5 game-winning drives. That's all you. End of story. It's over.
Yeah, I know you want to. Tell me what did he do last night?
You won't deal with
what did he do last night?
What did Belichick not do last night?
No,
that's what I want to know. What did he not do?
But hold on. You talk about how great Tom Brady's been in this fourth quarter, but then you bypass it. That
he threw for 101 last night. Was that terrible? Was it terrible?
Skip.
Wow.
I've never said it wasn't terrible. Wow. But Coach Belichick's defense gave up 12 points last night. In those other fourth quarters that Tom Brady's come back, they've given up 3. You won't tell me why Tom Brady couldn't do it last night.
I told you about 15 times.
Well, tell me
already.
one more time.
I'm tired of this.
No.
That's just stupid.
Yeah,
That's
you're
silly.
stupid because you mad because you got lost. Yes, you are.
I'm mad at Bill Belichick for giving up 41
Be
points.
mad at Tom Brady for
41 points?
Why Tom Brady?
Your man Bill Belichick gave up 41.
Your man Tom
you don't think
Brady.
That damages
your
legacy?
man Tom Brady fumbled the ball with 2:21 left.
Yeah, and he threw for 505 and threw
He lost.
He threw a Hail Mary that should have been caught by Gronk. What do you mean, why?
Why has he got to
Help me out. Why shouldn't he? Help me out, Hall of Famer.
Because he's great.
Help me out.
He's great going up against Nick Foles.
You told me.
Nick Foles.
Wait a second. Joy, all I've heard on this show is Gronk makes Brady because nobody can stop Gronk. Why did they stop him in the end zone? Nobody pulled him down. Yeah. Nobody grabbed his jersey. Yeah. Nobody put a hand on his shoulder pad.
What did I miss? On the opening.
Where is your man Gronk?
On the opening.
So you're all about Belichick and you're all about Gronk. Where was he when you needed him most? I want to know.
Did you watch the game last night?
I'm going to ask you that question.
Okay, on the opening drive to start the second half.
Why won't you answer me about the Hail Mary?
Okay, as soon as
could that not have been the throw of the Super Bowl history?
On the opening drive of the second half, can you tell the people at home of the 5 plays that it took the Patriots to get to the end zone, how many did Gronk catch? 4 plays for 68 yards on a 5-play, 75-yard drive.
Because Brady is so genius that he saw right away that they had flipped their coverage coming out of halftime. They said, let's not concentrate on Gronk as much. And he got him in single coverage a couple times in that drive, and he hit him with zingers. Zing!
All I know is
that... You ever seen Tom Brady play better than he played last night?
He lost.
Ever?
He lost.
Okay, he lost.
He lost.
Yeah.
Just like with Devin Booker scored 70, he lost. Just like Jordan scored 63 in that double overtime game, they lost.
Help me out. What did your research tell you that the most points ever scored by a Super Bowl loser is?
Say it again. I like what you said at the end. Say it again.
Help me out.
Say it again.
Most points by a Super Bowl loser. What's your research?
That's all I need to know. I don't know what he told me.
It's 33 by Tom Brady last night.
I was up on that dog last night.
So help me out, Hall of Famer. Help me out, Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Should 33 be enough to beat the Philadelphia Eagles and Nick Foles?
Because they don't have on the scoreboard enough. You ever see the scoreboard say enough? But team get that, that's enough. You need to score one more than the other team, which wasn't enough.
Whose coattails did you ride to your last Super Bowl championship? Ray Lewis. Congratulations, Ray. You're now in the Hall of Fame. What happened in those playoffs? Give me those stats again. What is your defense? I want to hear it. Tell our people. Tell our viewers.
I'm going to tell you
what did Ray Lewis's Ravens defense allow through the playoffs?
They was historically great.
Tell them.
But when I look at my ring, I look at my ring, and I look at Ray's ring, and we got the same amount of diamonds.
I think they averaged they gave up 3 points a game.
I wonder what Mr. Crab, how many diamonds he gonna have in this? How many diamonds he gonna have in this AFC Championship race?
Yeah. You picked them.
How many diamonds he gonna have in this race?
We're gonna leave it there. Let's talk about the other quarterback last night. Should the Eagles trade Super Bowl MVP Nick Foles?
Drop Foles
we'll discuss
on
that
him.
next.
Drop Foles on him. Drop Foles on him.